All right, I'm at my new office, actually, that I just moved into. We've got baby number 2 on the way here, so I needed to get an office. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the exact frequency for getting rich. I want to talk about how to vibrate correctly and move yourself in harmony with prosperity and financial opportunities. And I'm going to break this down into 4 easy steps so that you can align yourself with the exact frequency of getting rich. And if you don't know, my name's Jake with jakeducey.com. If you're new here, I just want to welcome you. If you're a returner, thanks for coming back. And this was something that always puzzled me because, I read about it in all the law of attraction books and I understood everything was energy and all these types of things, but it was puzzling to me. And I started aligning myself with this 4-step formula, this 4-step process. My life changed literally forever. I was able to retire my wife in her 20s and ended up building a multi-million-dollar business. And I don't say that because I'm like, look how cool I am, because there's probably someone watching that's done a lot better than me. But sometimes people comment, they're like, well, what are you talking about? So, what do you know? So I thought I might as well just talk a little bit about how this was able to shape my life and help me. First, we're doing a pre-sale in honor of my brand new program. It's called 10K in 10 weeks. It's going to teach you how to build your own personalized money map to not only make 10K in the next 10 weeks, but use this same formula to make 10K a month, to grow a 6-figure or 7-figure business. And it's going to break down everything that I learned from my mentor, Bob Proctor, so you can utilize it in your life to start to grow your income. The link to it is right there down below. It's pinned to the comments and in the description. We were just going to let it out, but my grandma actually passed away. And so I had to fly back to California for a little while. And we thought, well, we'll just do a 50% off pre-sale. And just one note, not like a marketing gimmick, but we ended up getting over 1,000 people have already signed up for it. And there's a limit on how many people we can move through the course. So it's almost full. So I highly recommend you check that out, or at least watch the video right there down below. It's jakeducey.com/get10K. And if you haven't yet, my free financial success hypnosis is also right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. So if you're ready to attract more money in your life, smash the like button on this video, comment down below, yes, I'm ready. And let's start with number 1. Number 1 is to enter the future through your nervous system. So I wrote that the reason many people can never alter their lives financially is because it feels unobtainable, right? It feels unobtainable. We're used to a certain reality and it's hard to change it, right? And that's logical. So you have to practice entering the future through your nervous system. Your nervous system is an emotion or a feeling. Emotion is just energy. That's all emotion is. And feeling is just conscious awareness of your own energy. It's conscious awareness of your own vibration. So you practice vibrating at the frequency of your desired financial life. And I did this primarily through 2 ways. The first thing that I did is I started hypnotizing myself every day. And then the second thing that I started doing was I built a splurge account. Because, I thought, well, how the heck do I start to improve my financial life when it feels so unobtainable? And you might relate to that, right? And what my wife and I started doing was we built a splurge account or a blow it account. So we took 5% of the little money we were making, we would just go blow it. Whether we blow it on a massage or we go to a nice restaurant that we ordinarily didn't have the money for. We started doing things like go one night at a really nice hotel. And, we didn't have the money for a nice restaurant and a nice hotel. So we would just bring our own little, what are they called? Burner plates, where you plug it into the outlet. And we would just cook in our room. Totally illegal, by the way. Hopefully the hotels don't get mad at me. And we would just get the feeling that it was obtainable. We started ingraining it into our nervous system. Remember, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. What most people do is they go, I'd like to get there, but it's too hard to get there. What feeling does that evoke? Fear, anger, desperation, despair. So what happens? You fire the same cells in your brain over and over. You evoke the same feeling in your nervous system, and your cells which respond to consciousness, get further programmed over and over and over and over again. For what? For the same lack and limitation that you don't want anymore. So you have to start ingraining it into your nervous system. I highly recommend you try the splurge account. Don't do it with debt. You do it with money that you have coming in and whatever it is. The only rule is you have to blow it. You can't, this isn't a savings account. So you don't save it for 24 months. You blow it every 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And then the next thing that I did is let go of jealousy and start blessing the financial success of others. So again, jealousy is a feeling or an emotion, which is really just a specific rate of vibration. So the rate of jealousy, the rate of vibration of jealousy of another person's financial success, it's not a vibrational match for the money that you want, right? It's down here and what you want is up here. So you're really in a vibration of scarcity and poverty. And you raise your vibration to be congruent with wealth by blessing what you want. So I started blessing what I wanted because I realized whenever I would see people that were successful as an author, whenever I would see people successful on YouTube, I'd get mad and then I would nitpick them. You know, here's why I'm better and here. It was a self-protective mechanism. And we do that all the time, right? But what are you saying to your subconscious? What you're saying is, I can't have this thing. So your subconscious, which doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real, it just accepts that information that you send to it. So it says, money bad, I can't have it, I can't have it, I can't have it. Money bad, I can't have it. It's snowing actually today. This is my little view from my office. Those are all mountains, but we're actually getting snow. Can't really, oh, you can see it right there. That's all snow on the mountains right there. And what I realized is all I did is do a self-protective mechanism to make myself feel better about the life that I had that I didn't want. But everything is frequency, everything is energy. So the exact frequency of getting rich would be blessing what you wanted. When you see someone that just got the raise you wanted, instead you bless them and see it as a sign of prosperity. When you see someone with a nice car, when you see someone being successful, instead of judging them, instead of saying, well, what do they need with all that money? They should do something else. I would do it different. Well, why don't instead you get rich and then do something different? Why don't you do something good with the money? But you can't attract the money if you're vibrating at a frequency of lack, limitation, and scarcity. It makes it impossible to do it. And then the third thing is letting go of needing wealth and putting it in its proper place. And you do this two ways. Firstly, you don't seek validation for money. What a lot of people do is they seek validation from things, not just money. They seek it from a relationship. And as soon as they start dating, they post it on Facebook and they're seeking validation from something exterior. And secondly, don't seek happiness from money. Money cannot give you validation. Money can only make you more of what you already are. The only way to be happy and the only way to feel confident, the only way to get self-validation is from your own inner work, which is a story for another video. And it's important to note, money was never meant to make you happy. It's meant to do three things only. Money's meant to make you comfortable. Money's meant to make you help extend the good you do far beyond your own physical presence. And money's meant to give you freedom and security. Money can't make you happy and it can't give you validation. Money can only make you more of what you already are. So if you're greedy, if you're an a-hole, if you stumble upon money, you're just going to be more of a greedy a-hole, which is why there's a lot of greedy a-holes with money. And then we develop a belief system that says, well, people with money are bad. So you have to let go of the validation and put money in its proper place by understanding what it really is. And one of the ways to start to do this is to start to repeat this mantra that I put in my success hypnosis. And what I started to say is, I give my talents with love and I'm wonderfully blessed financially. I give my talents with love and I'm wonderfully blessed financially. Comment that down below. I give my talents with love and I'm wonderfully blessed financially. If you want to use my success hypnosis to help you with that, it's right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right next to jakeducey.com/get10K. And what this did is it started to retrain my subconscious because I was jealous of other people's success. And so what happened was that when I would do my work, writing a book, making YouTube videos, giving a speech, I always did it out of trying to compare myself and be better. I was moving from a place of being resentful for my current standing in life, which only brought that energy into what I was doing. Therefore, my videos weren't going viral, my books weren't becoming successful, my speeches weren't taking off. And then the fourth and final step that I want to talk about here in my notes is to change the radio station of your subconscious. So it's important to note your subconscious is your emotional mind. Your conscious mind is your rational mind, but your subconscious is your emotional. And psychologists tell us 95% of our life is governed by our subconscious, our emotional mind. All the emotions from childhood get programmed into you. All the emotions around money from childhood get programmed into you. 50% of people get divorced. The number one cause for divorce is money. So there's a chance you heard a lot of despair about money growing up. You might have seen it on the news. And what does this do? It fills your subconscious with a negative association with money. And if you have a negative association with money, your subconscious, which isn't rational, it's emotional, blocks it from coming into your life because it says money is bad. And if your subconscious associates through emotional recognition that money is bad, then your subconscious is going to keep you from getting it. And this is important because your subconscious is really like a radio wave broadcasting a frequency of information. Just like a radio tower broadcasts specific frequency patterns or sound waves, and then you turn your radio knob to pick up the different sound waves. That frequency of information holds the vibrational blueprint to your bank account and your financial life. So if you change the radio station of your subconscious and then move from just getting by and change the radio station to prosperity, then you can change the subconscious associations that you have with money. And this is why people say, why do you talk about hypnosis? Are you a hypnotist? I'm not a hypnotist. I'm just some guy that figured out how the subconscious worked. And then I realized that if I started to reprogram my subconscious by changing my emotional associations with money, then I could start to change my life. I started to feel what it was like to be in a great hotel. I started to feel what it was like to be in a beautiful home. I started to feel when we would go somewhere, we would just rent a nice car instead of a crappy one. We did it within our own budget. We never took off debt to do it. But what did this do? It showed me it was obtainable. It ingrained it into my cells and it grained it into my nervous system. And it started to change how I think and felt. So one of the simple ways that you can check in with yourself is by asking yourself, what am I creating right now? Because when you slow down enough to get out of your mind, you can get in touch with how you feel. And when you get in touch with how you feel, you get in touch with what vibrational frequency you're in harmony with. So you can go, oh, I am vibrating in harmony with lack limitation. I am vibrating in harmony with my current reality. And if you vibrate in harmony with your current reality, you can only attract that which you are. So what you do is you start to think and feel differently. A lot of people talk about affirmations. I didn't do affirmations in the typical way. Whether it was my hypnosis or just affirmations, I did incantations where I got emotionally involved in ideas. I'd go like this, like, I am so happy and grateful. I'm a happy spiritual multimillionaire. I'm giving my talents with love. I'm wonderfully blessed financially. Every day my videos are going viral. I'm reaching more people. What did it do? It's moving my frequency pattern up. I didn't wait for my outside world to change. I changed who I was and the frequency I was vibrating at, and thus I started to change my reality. It's the old George Bernard Shaw quote. He said that the unreasonable person looks around for the circumstances that they want, and if they can't find them, they create them. But what most people do is they look around, they don't see the financial circumstances that they want, and then they let the outside world, their five senses, control how they feel, which locks them into the same vibrational pattern over and over and over again. So the question is, what can you do to start to feel good? What can you start to do to feel excited? What can you do to start feeling grateful for money? One of the simple things you can do is start going around your house, your apartment, maybe the car you don't even like, and start finding out ways that you can be grateful for it. Maybe you're grateful that you have internet. Maybe you're grateful you have a phone. Maybe you're grateful that you have a car even though you don't like it, but it's getting you around. So what are you doing? You're moving from resentment towards your financial life to being grateful for it, which moves you further in harmony with the source of wealth, which is just God. It's just spirit. Everything is energy, and everything originates from one source of energy. And when you change what you're in harmony with and what you align with, you change the subconscious programming, you change what your nervous system's vibrating in harmony with, and you change your cells. And when you do that, your vibration moves up here. But the trick is when your vibration starts to shift by changing how you feel, then when your outside world hasn't changed yet, are you going to go, none of this works? What did that do? That just brought you right back into the same resentful energy. So it's starting to not look to your five senses to tell the story in your head and your own feelings. I always say lack of evidence is not evidence of lack. It's a Wallace Wattles quote in his book, The Science of Getting Rich. Lack of evidence is not evidence of lack. You can comment that down below. Lack of evidence is not evidence of lack. Bob Proctor used to always say, does your thinking control your bank account, or does your bank account control your thinking? My bank account used to control my thinking and feeling. I would look at it and go, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. Oh, this sucks. Oh. It just brings you right back to where you were. What you want is up here and you're down here. You change your frequency pattern. When you change your frequency pattern, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's not real and what's not real. You change the subconscious programming, and thus you change the point of attraction in your life. You can keep doing the same activities, but then your frequency pattern shifts. And that's what happened to me. Out of nowhere, when I started doing this, my videos, old videos, started going viral. My life started changing. So I hope you find this video useful. I hope you find this video valuable. Remember, I give my talents with love, and I'm wonderfully blessed financially. So be sure to check out my free success hypnosis right there down below. If you haven't yet, be sure to at least watch a video of 10K in 10 weeks. It's our new course that's going to show you how to attract $10,000 in the next 10 weeks. If you already make that, it's going to show you how to make 10K a month. If you already make that, it's going to be able to show you the multiples of how you can go from where you are to wherever it is that you want to be. It's the same process. It's not doing something different. It's how you're doing what you're already doing that will change the bank account or the light photons that are vibrating that we perceive as our bank account. So be sure to check that out right there down below. It's jakeducey.com/get10K. We're doing a 50% off sale on it right now, so everyone has a chance to get it. Check out my free success hypnosis. Hit the like button on this video. Give me a comment down below. Let me know where in the world you're coming from, and comment down below, yes, I'm ready to receive financial abundance right there down below. Have an absolutely great day, and I'll see you on the next video.